Welcome BigLogan and Mountaineer Vanworks family or new family members. Today's episode, we're going to go over some of our newer conversion vans that are here, staged to leave. Our top 3 layouts after building 17 Ram ProMaster conversions, working with Mercedes and Ford over the past 4 years as a professional and full-time entrepreneur van builder and designer, owner, salesman, and marketing, all that combined in one. I'm finally ready to do a compilation of my top 3 layouts now that we have the newer body style ProMaster done. Again, this is not a ProMaster channel, as we've also got, here's a Ford Transit. So before the end of the episode, we're gonna go over how we customize to different chassis, how we design specifically to our customer experience, and what's our 2025 outlook looking like as far as a couple cool designs. Oh yeah. All right, let's jump right in. What I'm going to get us started with is my most recent van conversion. Full tour videos out. This is Bella, my Tennessee build, and my first ever layout design. Throw in Peggy the ProMaster. My least popular layout, but it still makes the top 3 because of how many I've done. So let's check this one out, as I do have it in the shop, and it doesn't leave for Tennessee until next week. As you guys can see here, this is our Ford Justified refrigerator junk drawer, and then the rear Justified dinette. All the other options that we're going to go over, our popular layout configuration is the galley here and the convertible indoor shower. This system works with a convertible king bed, also convertible and dual purpose indoor shower / countertop surface. Doubles as our toilet storage area. You could think of different things you could temporarily place in here that may be able to move out easily during shower time. This is the OG layout from original Peggy the Ram ProMaster, a 2019 model, all the way to 2025. Let's jump in and look at a couple more of these aspects, why I went with this, why it's my personal favorite, and then we'll get on to the other layouts. Just another look at these dinette chairs. I absolutely love this. Tucked in the back, there's 2 formal chair backs on both sides, and it's tucked away from the window of the cargo door. It's down on the bottom floor of the van, so your feet actually touch the aisle. Fridge is on your first entrance into the van. The countertop height isn't restricted because of the motion of a king bed pulling out. We can put that junk drawer over the fridge when it's up front. The second design was brought to me originally in 2021 by 2 traveling nurses getting ready to go full-time on the road, and they'd asked if I could bring those dinette chairs forward and put them beside a nice dinette window. That's achievable based on the columns and structural of the ProMaster and most of these cargo vans. We have a larger window area from the factory that you can achieve right behind the driver's seat, just like you can in the sliding cargo door. So now you're in a more open, airy layout. The fridge isn't right there to block the view, and it's just a different take on converting this driver's side of the van. A couple aspects to this design. Again, there's storage inside the dinette chairs. The table is able to drop, make a couch or a chase, or even a smaller bed. We've raised the height of the dinette chairs because we want to get that seat cushion from the dinette chair on plane with the captain's swiveling chairs. So the ProMaster is unique because it sits up on somewhat of a pedestal, about 6 inches taller than the grade plane of the van floor. So what we do to match that is add a false floor where your feet can go if you're both sitting face to face at the dinette table. It was used as a storage area. So this is a nice area to maybe throw some shoes or larger cookware. So it ends up being a viable storage space, and again, our most popular design and layout. I've actually lost track of how many of these we've done since 2021. So our third design and layout to date is this right here. So this is Project Vando. The full tour is out on the channel, one of my more recent uploads. And this includes a more justified dinette area. This area does not convert into a bed or couch, as it does utilize the factory driver's chair and swivel. It does, however, have the raised false floor, again, to get it up on plane with that pedestal that's in these cockpits of the ProMaster. We moved the Webasto below grade to live under that false floor area, and then we were allotted more space because we eliminated an entire dinette chair cubby. So this system still works in congruence with the convertible king bed, as you can see modeled here, and then also the indoor convertible shower. So the benefit of this layout is it brings the office area even more forward, a better view in general out the cargo door, and still utilizing that dinette window. So what's also nice about bringing that rear dinette chair even further forward is this pantry area that we integrated below the countertop plane beside the refrigerator. So that is our design layout 3, and this is the ultimate efficiency in a layout of a ProMaster, utilizing those forward captain's chairs with swivels. Stretching my legs, taking a quick break from behind the computer. I want to talk about our next project here coming up in our 2025 build season. This Ford Transit extra high roof extended. This is a buyer source van. We work with these all the time where folks bring us their van for conversion. We're going to get into some of the details and custom design that take on the design number 2 layout functionality and bring that into a Ford chassis. So a little bit different than our ProMasters as far as the total width of this cargo van, as well as the length and the height. So we're customizing this again to the individual buyer experience, their functionality, and a couple more features. Our design for this Ford Transit pulls from the inspiration of the design number 2 layout with the Ford dinette area centered on the dinette window behind the driver's seat, and with that existing chair cubby here that can act as a chase when the swivel chair is rotated. This one does not have the indoor shower, so the customer opted for the indoor shower option, and we suffice that space with the refrigerator and some vertical storage that will play in conjunction with the wheel well interactions. The Ford Transit has a more forward wheel well as far as the proportion. When you go with the extended, a lot longer utility bays on left and right sides for plumbing and electrical based on the stationary bed length. As you can see here, we're at 68 inches, so almost 6 feet of stationary bed. This will extend out as a king bed. So we're going to get the full 80 inches of a formal king over these 2 countertops. Behind the dinette chairs, instead of the fridge, is 2 sliding drawers. So one you can see here modeled out. The other one is a pull-out with a lift-up storage drawer that will actually be a step to ease your transition into bed. This will still be functional even with the king bed extended. There will be a good step lift there. This customer also opted for the overhead cabinets, pretty standard in our builds, and a bike tray. So we're going to do a heavy-duty slide system that goes between both the wheel well utility bays, and 68 inches collapse will house 2 bikes, and we'll make sure that we clear the headboard. A fully custom build for this Transit, deriving from some of our previous builds on our ProMaster line. The next ProMaster conversion we will be working on after the Ford Transits is for a Florida buyer, and this is a brand new layout, which I'm super excited to show you guys, being that we are tailoring to people that work from the road full time. It is a 100% mobile office / camper on wheels. Really excited to work with this buyer. I've told him that I've been wanting to do this style of layout for a while, and how well it will work with what we already have integrated as far as the king bed, the potential indoor shower. This mobile office is going to integrate with these and be a more formal office setup. So let's check that out next. So here's a 159 ProMaster non-extended mock-up for a full-on mobile office camper. Really excited to build this one. Should have it finished by early June. Again, what we have here is the indoor convertible king bed. I'll model that out real quick and show you that functionality. And then the indoor shower potentially. We don't know if the buyer is going to go with this just yet, but we do have the room for it. What we have, though, across the aisle on the driver's side is a full-on butcher block workspace desk with the monitor positioned right by the dinette window. Talk about an office view from the road. Obviously, this will be on an articulating mount, so this TV can move left to, he can position that at a desired angle. We'll host the refrigerator on the floor plane of the van, as well as a tri-drawer storage method to make it feel like a legit office desk. This will feature a rolling office chair to be at a formal countertop desk height and just super sweet. So this is a single individual that will be fully remote, working from the road. Again, we modeled this with some darker tones, as we're going to go for a more masculine aesthetic and a different color schema than we've done in some of our previous builds. So really excited to get this ProMaster going for our Florida buyer. That wraps up this design number 4 mobile office. It's time to get back to the shop, get some of these vans done, show you guys the finished product. Thanks guys if you made it this far in the video. Check us out at mountaineervanworks.com. BigLogan, if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. We'll see you guys on the next video. Peace and love.